everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know this is kind of crazy. We're getting 3 face videos in like span of 2 weeks or something like that, but Randy and I decided to kind of do an updated tag video. We are doing an updated K-pop collections tag video. So this is a video I did a long time ago on my channel. I want to say probably over a year ago by now. But my collection has definitely grown throughout that amount of time, and yeah, so I wanted to do an updated one. This video is also in collaboration with Mr. Randy of Chaebom, as most of you guys probably know him. We actually were discussing this because I was like, oh my god, I really want to like refilm this, see how it's changed and everything. He was also thinking about the same thing because we did it around the same time. In the last video, so we decided why not just make this a collab, and yeah, so that is how this video came to be. I do have the questions. We actually kind of adjusted the questions from last time because a lot of them would just be repeats. The original questions did come from XOL_AAA, so that's the creator of this collection tag. We will go ahead and just get into the questions, I guess. So the first question is, what was the first album that you bought in 2020? And at the time, I was collecting ONEUS. I think the first comeback that I had of 2020 was In Its Time. This was the first album that I did purchase in 2020. I think I purchased this in March, I want to say was when this comeback was. So that's kind of crazy. I didn't have a comeback until March, and then I think the next one I had was Fallen Flower, which was 17's Japanese song. The second question is the first photo card you got in 2020. Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do not have a photographic memory. I do not know what the first photo card that I got in 2020 was. You know what? I mean, it's not photo card sized, but it is called a photo card. I think it was these. So this was the Ode to You photo card set that you got for going to the concert. I think it was these. Unless I got some random photo card earlier, but I got these January 20th or something like that, whenever the LA show was. So that's pretty early on. I think that was one of the first photo cards that I got. How many albums do you have? I really should have counted before starting this video. I guess I'm going to include signed albums, but not include repeat albums. Okay, so I counted all of my albums, not including repeats or like photo books or things like that. So the amount of albums I have is 89, including repeats. It would be well over 100, but I have 89 albums, it seems like. How many photo cards do you own is number 4. And again, I really did not count beforehand. I don't want to flip through all my binders at the moment, so I'm definitely going to leave the number on screen right here. But yeah, so wow, look at that. That's a crazy number of photo cards to have. Oh my goodness. I definitely know the last time that I counted, it was like 400 and something, and that was before my little society, so I definitely have a lot more photo cards now. I want to say it's probably over 500, maybe 600. So number 5 is, which member do you pull the most? And I'm going to assume that it's based on each group. So I would say for Fromis, I tend to pull Chaeyoung a lot. For 17, I feel like the last comeback I tended to pull Dino a lot. Like Hengade, so not semicolon, but Hengade I pulled Dino a ton. I think I also I feel like I pull Maknae line quite a lot. Number 6 is, where do you usually buy your albums and photo cards? So for albums, I don't live near any K-pop stores because we love not having anything nearby. But I tend to buy albums from K-Town For You. It's just really easy, simple. For photo cards, I tend to buy from Instagram. Not really Twitter usually, but Instagram a lot. And then Mercari Japan. I usually use Neokyo or Japonica. I have not tried Bai, but I would totally be down for a sponsorship, just saying. So those are the places where I tend to buy most of my albums and photo cards. Number 7 is the best buying experience of 2020. I would probably say the best buying experience of 2020 was me buying all the albums for my group order for my little society and getting into the fan sign. It wasn't like the buying experience was great, but like the experience that I had with the girls was really amazing, and I equate that to the buying experience because, you know, I bought them and then I got in. Yay! That's probably one of the best buying experiences that I had of 2020. So number 8, the worst buying experience of 2020, also kind of goes along with that. I did not get scammed this year. I don't believe so. I don't think that I got scammed at all this year, so I don't have any of those buying stories. Mostly it's just like when I buy from a place and then they take forever to ship. Whenever I have to get something sent to my Korean address, they take like a bajillion years to ship it to my address. The worst buying experiences, for me at least, of 2020 were like just having to wait a bajillion years for things to actually ship out. So number 9 is the most expensive item you own. And the most expensive item that I own is probably an Ode signed album. I did not actually buy this. This was a gift, but I know the price that it was on eBay, and I would definitely say that is one of the most expensive items that I have currently. I also own quite a few Polaroids of fromiseventeen, so those are also very expensive. So number 10 is, when did you begin collecting? I want to say I started seriously collecting in 2018. I want to say around KCON time, because I went to that KCON. So I would definitely say around August of 2018 probably is when I seriously started collecting. I think I first got my first album maybe January or December of 2017. So number 11 is, what do you regret purchasing in 2020? The one thing that I regret buying is ONEUS's fanship kit. Not because I don't love it, like I loved it at the time and I was so excited to get it, but now I look back and I'm like, why did I buy that? Like, they aren't an alt group. Like, I don't know why I purchased it if I wasn't as seriously following them as I was my other groups. I think I was mainly just in like a sad period of time where like none of my groups were doing anything, so I was like, I need to buy something. So that's probably one of the things that I regret buying. I'm not gonna be buying their second fanship kit. I know it just got released, but I'm not gonna do it this year. Number 12 is, what was your latest purchase? And I am happy to say my latest purchase was finishing my semicolon collection. And also another of my latest purchases was Miss Stacy's album. So I started collecting Stacy. That video will be coming soon, probably in the new year sometime. But yeah, so I did complete my semicolon collection. That video should be coming soon after this one. And then my Stacy collection will be coming up eventually. Which item were you the most excited to get is number 13. I would say the item I was most excited to receive was my fan sign albums. I can pull them out right now. I have done a video on this, but I'm definitely like the most excited to get my fan sign albums because it was definitely one of the best experiences of 2020 for me, was to talk to my girls, and it was just amazing and I love them so much. So this was definitely one of the most exciting things to get. So number 14 is, what was your most prized possession? Besides like my fan signs and everything, this year I was able to get a Dugan Polaroid of Jihan. It's so adorable and it is one of my favorite things that I got this year, but I was so happy to find that Dugan Polaroid. I had such an amazing friend help me get that. It's in my favorite outfit of all time from Dugan. Dugan's my favorite era. It's just one of my favorite things ever, and I love it so much. Oh my god. So that was definitely my favorite, my most prized possession. Number 15 is if you could only keep one item from your collection, what would it be? I think I might cheat a little bit. So one item I would keep is my entire page of Polaroids. Because why would I just keep one? Like, I would take my Ultra Pro sleeve out of my binder because it's one sleeve and keep that. So it counts for one item. Big brain moves. If it was actually serious, I would probably keep maybe my Dugan Dugan Polaroid because that one just like means the most to me because it's my favorite era and everything. I would probably keep that one, but I would try and keep all of them. Number 16 is what is a dream piece that you want for your collection? I did mention this in my collection goals video, but one of the absolute like holy grail items that I have in mind for my collection is to get the Love Bomb exclusive photo book that they released at Fansigns. It's super limited and I really I want it so badly. I don't think I'll be able to get it ever, but if I was able to get it, it would just like mean so much to me. I also would love to complete my actual Jihan like rare photo card collections, so I'm definitely missing the like ISAC photo cards and her Halloween bomb photo card from Love Bomb. Oh my god, I never thought that that photo card would be so hard to find, but I'm still missing it. It's one of like the only cards I'm missing and I want it so badly. Oh my god, so I definitely want those. What's your favorite album cover is question number 17. I think that these were the same answers that I gave last time, but my favorite album covers are pretty much just covers that have the artist on them. I think these pictures are super simple, but I love this type of packaging and I love these album covers. I think they just look so good. So yeah, these are definitely my favorites. So moving on to question number 18, it is what is your favorite photo card? Now I'm not gonna pull my binders out right now, that would just be way too much work, but I will insert some photos of some of my favorite photo cards of all of my collections. So wow, look at that. Oh my god, good choice, Emma. Wow, those photo cards are so pretty. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there we go. Those are some of my all-time favorite photo cards. So number 19 is do you own any dolls? I do not own any dolls. I would love to. I think that they are so cute. I just haven't really found any that I'm like super into. I know 17 has a lot of dolls that people make. Fromis never have anything, like even from fan sites mostly. So I won't get my hopes up, but if anyone wants to create some Fromis dolls, I would definitely buy them. But yeah, so I don't own any dolls. Number 20 is which item are you willing to buy right now? And From 9 photo book. From 9 photo book. I want it so badly. From 9 photo book. That is what I'm willing to buy. Do you have any fan site merch is question number 21. I do own fan site merch. I will go ahead and insert a clip of what I own. I own quite a few slogans, mostly is most of the fan site stuff that I own. And I think that they are really pretty. I would love to get more slogans, but since we're not going to any concerts anytime soon, I won't be buying any because I can't use them, so why would I buy them? Number 22 is which packaging do you love the most? I'm just gonna pull this one out once again because this is absolutely the best packaging. I love book packaging styles. Book packaging is one of my absolute favorites. It's just so sturdy and I love that you can take the book sleeve off and make it look completely different if you don't want the book sleeve on. I just absolutely love, love, love hardcover book styles, especially the big ones like AL1. I think they look so, so pretty on the shelf, and yeah, please give us more book packaging. And then number 23 is what packaging do you hate the most or dislike the most? This has a special place in hell, but it's the bag packaging. I don't actually keep the bags on my shelf because I think it looks ugly, but Hangade, like, as much as it's such a good album, the packaging is absolutely horrendous. I think I saved it a little bit by putting a ribbon on it, but definitely one of my least favorite packaging styles. So please go back to the hardcover books, please. Number 24, which member do you collect the most? So out of every collection that I have, I probably collect June from 17 and Jihan from fromiseventeen the most. I want to say in terms of my collection, because fromis don't have a ton of stuff, I would say I have the most June cards most likely, because I collect non-album for him as well as album photo cards, Japanese and Korean, so I definitely collect June the most out of all of my collection. So number 25 is what is your collection goal for this year? Now I did already make an entire video on that, so if you want to go see all of my collection goals in depth, I would definitely go check that out. For the most part, some of my easier collection goals is just like, don't use your savings money on your collection. You gotta like separate that, gotta limit yourself. Another one of my main goals is just to upkeep my collection, so maintain what I already have. I'm not trying to collect new groups, but I did collect Stacy, so I guess, I don't know, we'll see how that happens. But yeah, so that's pretty much just my collection goals. Go watch my video, it goes way more in depth. Yeah. So number 26, do you collect concert goods? I do. So I think I have almost all of June's concert goods. I think I'm missing like one concert, but those photo cards are extremely hard to find, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do collect concert goods for 17. Fromis haven't had a concert, so there's nothing to collect. I would collect them. I would definitely collect them if there were any. So number 27 is, how are you feeling about your collection right now? I think I'm feeling pretty good about my collection. I really love the way that my shelves look. I think this year I really worked on making my collection look the way that I want it to. Previously I used to have like a cube shelf, and it was like just everything was stored away in my closet because I had no space, but I really love how I display it. I think it's probably the centerpiece of my entire room right now, and I really enjoy the way that my collection looks and makes me feel. And yeah. And the last question of this tag is, how do you see your collection in 10 years? Now in 10 years I'm going to be 32 because my birthday is pretty soon, but I'm going to be 32 in 10 years. That's so freaking scary. I don't like that. In terms of my collection, I don't know if I'll be collecting in 10 years. Probably not. I'll probably be like a business person. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep some of the most happiest memories. I'll probably keep like my fan sign albums for sure because they're signed, obviously. Just in the future, you know, you never know what happens. 10 years down the line is crazy to think about. You can never really think that far into the future, you know, we're not that so Raven, but I might just have it in boxes on top of a shelf or something, just, you know, have it just for the memories, like show my children my my K-pop collection. So that was the collector tag. So I hope you guys enjoyed this updated version. I'm definitely looking forward to going back and watching my old video compared to this one and seeing how my answers differentiate. So definitely looking forward to seeing my difference in a year or so. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Randy. Go watch his video if you are not subscribed to him. I'm sure most of you guys are, but go subscribe to him. He's one of my besties. Have a good day, guys. I hope you are enjoying the new year, and yeah, so looking forward to spending this year with you guys. So I will see you guys later. Bye guys.
여러분